Hello, my little learners. Welcome back to part 2 of our chapter Mindful Eating, a Path to a Healthy Body. I hope you have already watched part 1, where we explored the diversity of food across India, how different states eat different traditional foods based on local crops. We also learned how culinary practices have changed over time from using chulhas and silvattas to modern gas stoves and mixers. Now, in part 2, we are going one step further. Today, we'll learn about the components of food. What is food made of? What gives us energy? What helps our body grow? And what protects us from falling sick? So sit tight, pay attention, and get ready to discover the building blocks of a healthy diet. What are the components of food? Medu and Misty visit the traditional food festival organized in their school. The theme of the festival is Eat Healthy, Live Healthy. The festival features various stalls displaying different kinds of traditional dishes. Dr. Poshita, a nutritional expert, explains to students that health is the ultimate wealth. Let us understand what Dr. Poshita means by this statement. Students, have you ever missed a meal? How do you feel when you miss a meal? We feel tired and less energetic when we do not eat for some time, right? Why do you think a marathon runner drinks glucose water during and after a race? Glucose provides instant energy. Glucose is an example of a carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are one of the primary sources of energy in our diet. Cereals like wheat, rice, and maize, vegetables like potato and sweet potato, and fruits like banana, pineapple, and mango are some sources of carbohydrates. Do you know that common sugar is also a type of carbohydrate? Why do you think we prefer to have laddus as a part of our traditional diet in winters? Besan or wheat flour, atta, and ghee are among the main ingredients of laddus along with gond, which is edible gum, nuts, and seeds. Ghee and various kinds of oils are grouped under another kind of food components which is called fat. Sources of fats can be from plants or animals. Nuts such as groundnuts, walnuts, coconuts, and almonds and seeds such as pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds are some sources of fat. Fat is a source of stored energy. Yes, my grandma told me that laddus rich in ghee and nuts provide energy to keep us warm. Carbohydrates and fats provide us energy for performing various activities. Therefore, they are called energy giving foods. Identify more food items that are rich sources of carbohydrates and fats. You can see here some common sources of fats such as nuts like walnuts, almonds, cashews, seeds like sunflower and sesame seeds, soya bean, groundnut, and dairy products like butter and curd. These are called energy giving foods because they provide our body energy to work, play, and stay active. Students, do you know polar bears accumulate a lot of fat under their skin? This fat serves as an energy source. It supports them during their months long winter sleep, which is hibernation, enabling them to survive without eating. Proteins are also an important part of our food. Milk products and pulses are good sources of protein. Sports persons need proteins in larger quantities to build their muscles. People got proteins from plants as well as animals. Some excellent plant sources of proteins are pulses, beans, peas, and nuts. Animal sources of protein are milk, paneer, egg, fish, and meat. Protein rich foods help in growth and repair of our body. These are therefore called bodybuilding foods. The right amount of protein must be included in the diet of growing children for their proper growth and development. Which of these food components are part of your daily diet? Students, have you ever seen mushrooms? They grow mostly in dark and moist places. Edible mushrooms are good sources of protein. Why do you think we are advised to include servings of fruits, vegetables, and other plant based foods in our daily diet? Let us understand the importance of some other food components by reading the following two cases. Case 1. In earlier times, during long voyages, sailors often suffered from bleeding and swollen gums. During a voyage in 1746, Scottish physician James Lind observed that sailors who consumed lemons and oranges recovered from these symptoms. Bleeding and swollen gums are symptoms of a disease called scurvy. So, what do you interpret by reading case 1? What cures scurvy? Lemons and oranges help in curing scurvy. Scurvy is caused due to deficiency of vitamin C. Vitamin C present in citrus fruits like lemons and oranges help in curing this diseases. Case 2. In the 1960s, Indian scientists found that among the human population in the Himalayan region and the northern plains of India, symptoms of swelling at the front of the neck were prevalent. As per norms of the Government of India, an effort was made to supplement common salt with iodine for preparing iodized salt. Consumption of iodized salt visibly reduced the above symptoms. These symptoms were due to a deficiency of iodine in the soil of this region, resulting in a lack of iodine in the local food and water supply. Swelling at the front of the neck is a symptom of a disease called goiter. So, what do you infer from case 2? What cures goiter? Goiter is usually caused by a lack of iodine in the diet. So, the main way to prevent and cure goiter is by getting enough iodine. Eating iodized salt every day is the easiest and safest way to stay healthy and avoid goiter. Iodized salt is simply common salt mixed with required quantities of salts of iodine. Salt farming is a traditional practice of a tribal community named Agarias. They practice salt farming in the Little Run of Kutch and other parts of Gujarat. For 8 months, they live in the extreme heat of the desert and work very hard to get salt from seawater. How would you find out more about other food components that protect our body from various diseases? Our body needs vitamins and minerals to stay healthy and work properly. Let's look at some important ones. Vitamin A keeps our eyes and skin healthy. It is found in papaya, carrot, mango, and milk. If we don't get enough vitamin A, we may suffer from poor vision or night. Vitamin B1 helps keep our heart healthy and supports the body in doing different functions. It is present in legumes, nuts, whole grains, seeds, and milk products. Its deficiency causes a disease called beriberi, which leads to swelling, tingling, or burning in hands and feet, and difficulty in breathing. Vitamin C helps our body fight diseases and heal wounds quickly. It is found in amla, guava, green chilies, oranges, and lemons. Lack of vitamin C causes scurvy, which leads to bleeding gums and slow healing of wounds. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium to keep bones and teeth strong. We get it from sunlight, milk, butter, fish, and eggs. Deficiency of vitamin D can cause rickets, in which the bones become soft and bent. Calcium is important for strong bones and teeth. It is found in milk, curd, cheese, paneer, and soya milk. If we do not get enough calcium, our bones may become weak and our teeth may decay. Iodine helps us grow properly and supports physical and mental activities. It is found in iodized salt, seaweed, and water chestnut. Its deficiency causes goiter, where the front part of the neck swells. Iron is an important part of our blood and helps carry oxygen in the body. We get iron from green leafy vegetables, beetroot, and pomegranate. If we do not get enough iron, we may get anemia, which causes weakness and shortness of breath. So, you have learned that vitamins and minerals are two groups of food components that protect our body from various diseases. But how can we overcome vitamin and mineral deficiency diseases or disorders? Food components that provide energy, support growth, help repair and protect our body from diseases, and maintain various bodily functions are called nutrients. The major nutrients in our food include carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Vitamins and minerals are also called protective nutrients. These nutrients protect our body from diseases and keep us healthy. Your parents may have advised you to have milk, green vegetables, fruits, and whole grains regularly. These food items are some sources of vitamins and minerals. Although vitamins and minerals are required in small amounts, they are essential to keep our body. Do we obtain all nutrients from plants and animals? No, Medu. Nutrients like salt can be obtained from seawater or from rocks. Also, vitamin D can be naturally produced by our body upon exposure to sunlight. When we go out in the sun, especially in the morning, our skin uses the sunlight to produce vitamin D naturally. This vitamin helps us absorb calcium, which keeps our bones and teeth strong. So, playing outside in sunlight for some time every day is a healthy habit that helps our body make vitamin. What differences do you observe in raw and cooked vegetables? Have you ever noticed that vegetables sometimes lose their bright color or become softer and less crisp when cooked? Some nutrients like vitamin C and others are lost during cooking due to high heat. Would it not be wise to include fruits and uncooked vegetables into our diet? Washing cut or peeled vegetables and fruits may also result in the loss of some vitamins. However, it is highly recommended that all fruits and vegetables be thoroughly washed before consumption. Fruits and vegetables are rich in dietary fibers. Let us see how dietary fibers are beneficial for. In addition to the essential nutrients, our body needs dietary fibers and water. Dietary fibers, also known as roughage, do not provide any nutrients to our body. However, they are an essential component of our food. They help our body get rid of undigested food and ensure smooth passage of stools. Roughage in our food is provided mainly by suitable plant products. Green leafy vegetables, fresh fruits, whole grains, pulses, and nuts are good sources of roughage. My grandma has difficulty in passing stool. Now I understand why the doctor advised her to eat food that is high in fiber. So, eating food that is locally grown and plant based to the extent possible is not only healthy for the body but is also good for our environment and our planet. Water is also an essential part of our diet. It helps the body absorb nutrients from food. It removes waste from the body through sweat and urine. We should drink sufficient water regularly to keep ourselves healthy. What are the food sources that provide water to our body? List a few. So, there are many food sources that provide water to our body. Fruits like watermelon, orange, cucumber have a lot of water in them. Eating these fruits helps us stay cool and hydrated. Many vegetables like tomato, spinach, lauki also contain a good amount of water. We also get water through beverages like milk, chach, fruit juice, and coconut water. Even some cooked foods such as soups, dal, etc., provide water to our body. Let's know a scientist, Koluthur Gopalan initiated nutrition research in India. He analyzed more than 500 Indian foods for their nutritional value and recommended an appropriate diet in the Indian context. He led surveys on the nutritional status of the Indian population, identifying widespread deficiencies in protein, energy, and other food components. This led to the implementation of the midday meal program in 2002, now a PM Poshan initiative to provide balanced food in the government run and government aided schools of. This scheme has played a role in improving the health and nutrition of millions of children. So, Koluthur Gopalan was a famous Indian scientist who worked in the field of nutrition. He studied the nutritional value of over 500 Indian foods and suggested the best diet for Indians. He found that many people in India were not getting enough protein, energy, and other nutrients. Because of his work, the midday meal program started in 2002, which provides healthy and balanced food to children in government schools. This program has helped improve the health and nutrition of millions of children in our country. That's it for today, students. We'll continue this chapter in part 3, so stay tuned and don't miss it. Till then,